Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, The Reader Teacher. My name's Scott. It's the start of January, so Happy New Year! And this video is episode 1 of series 5 of Coming Soon, and it previews the upcoming books for the month of January 2025. As always, I'll be going through them in release date order, and where they have the same release date, then they'll be alphabetically by title. If you just want to hear about a specific book, then make sure to use the timestamps in the description below. I hope this video helps you to discover more children's books to add to your TBRs. And there's always plenty more coming throughout the year, so make sure to leave me a like, hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I release a new video. All the links to the books that I mentioned in this video will also be in the description box below. So let's take a look at the books. Up first is the 5th and final book of the Alex Neptune series, in which Alex faces his greatest challenge yet in Dragon Champion out on the 2nd of January. Brimeblood the pirate is plotting to drain the sea's magic and unleash a monster from the ocean's depths. With his friends, Alex sets out in a homemade submarine on a daring underwater mission to stop him. Alongside the loyal water dragon, they navigate uncharted waters and face unimaginable dangers. But there's a twist. Alex has lost his magic. Can he still find a way to outwit Brimeblood and protect Haven Bay, or will the pirates' plan sink their chances of saving the world? Adventure, courage and friendship all collide in this unforgettable finale. Thanks Usborne for the finished copy. Next up is Bigfoot and the Wild Boys, in which we meet main character Joe, who is tired of being average. And when he hears rumours of a Bigfoot-like creature in the woods, he hatches a daring plan to find it and become the school legend he's always dreamed of being. Together with his best mate Tiago and absolutely no survival skills, Joe dives headfirst into a mission full of mishaps and more than a few laughs. But as their hilarious quest unfolds, Joe discovers that standing out might not be about what others see, but it's about finding out who you really are. Big thanks Barrington Stoke for the finished copy that's out on the 2nd of January. Out on the 2nd of January too is Earth's Incredible Places, Sahara, which invites you into the heart of North Africa's awe-inspiring desert. From whispering dunes to glistening oasis, this is a land of extremes where life defies the odds. Discover the secrets of its resilient inhabitants, such as crocodiles lurking in hidden rivers, foxes on barren plains, and scorpions living under a scorching sun. Meet nomadic tribes, explore ancient pharaohs' legacies, and follow camel caravans across this ever-changing wilderness. With searing days and icy nights, this is a celebration of survival in one of Earth's wildest places. Thanks Flying Eye Books for the finished copy. Another one out on the 2nd of January is Guess What We Are Doing Today, a joyful exploration of reading and imagination. Mr. Luke's class is buzzing with excitement, trying to guess their next adventure. Will they battle dragons, sail the seas, or ride unicorns? As the children begin to share their wildest ideas, Mr. Luke reveals how they can do it all through the magic of books. With every turn of the page, the classroom comes alive with the possibilities of what stories can bring. And this rhyming tale, brought to life by Kennett's bold illustrations, captures the joy of stories and the endless adventures they inspire. Thanks Scholastic for the finished copy. Mission Manta Ray, out on the 2nd of January, is the second book in the Mission Microraptor series. In this one, we follow Finn, Milo and new junior agent Tassie as they are sent on a high-stakes mission to investigate strange deep-sea disturbances. But when their mission ship is destroyed by a massive submersible shaped like a manta ray, the trio finds themselves stranded in the middle of a dangerous underwater world. As they race to survive, they must outwit ruthless foes, navigate treacherous waters and uncover the mystery behind the strange manta ray. Thanks Chicken House for the finished copy. In this book that promises to be one of the funniest of the year, 9-year-old Scarlet only applies for the role of Defender of the Universe to prove to her younger brother that it's a joke. And to her surprise, she lands the job and is soon tasked with protecting the entire galaxy. Alongside her quirky co-defender Jasper, the adorable alien Pom-Pom, and the brilliant AI robot Bot, Scarlet is thrust into a cosmic mission to stop an alien species hell-bent on destroying Earth. All for a cup of hot chocolate. But as the adventure unfolds, Scarlet discovers she's far more capable than she ever imagined. Thanks HarperCollins for the finished copy that's out on the 2nd of January. The 2nd of January also brings The Boldest White, the newest addition to the Proudest Blue picture book series. In this one, Faiza's favourite day of the week is Friday because she prays with her family at Jummah, then heads to fencing class. Although she's the best fencer when no one's watching, the upcoming tournament has her feeling nervous about competing in front of everyone. As she struggles to find the courage to face the challenge, her big sister steps in to help, reminding her that bravery comes from within. Together, they discover how faith and family can guide Faiza to be her boldest self. Thanks Anderson Press for the gorgeous finished copy. Also out on the 2nd of January is the fantastic Intergalactic Hamster, the second book in the action-packed and hilarious Superpets series. When a spaceship crash lands near Rebecca's school, it's filled with aliens that look just like adorable hamsters. But with the alien hamsters plotting to turn everyone into cracker-hunting zombies, Rebecca must team up with Jack and his super-strength sidekick Hercules for an adventure full of friendship and superhero antics as they try to uncover why the aliens are so obsessed with crackers and who the villainous Big Cheese is. Thanks Puffin for the finished copy. Launching on the 2nd of January as part of the Fantastic Little Gems series is the Moonlight mystery agency, The Birthday Cake Thief. Hannah's always wished for a pet, but this takes a surprising turn when Ace, a talking detective cat, appears at her window and invites her to join the Moonlight mystery agency. Together, they must solve their first case. Who could have stolen Spark, the bionic unicorn's birthday cake? Huge thanks Barrington Stoke for the finished copy. In The Nightmares of Finnegan Quick, out on the 2nd of January, Finn's nights are filled with terrifying nightmares and his days are even worse, because his dreams come true. He's already lost his parents, his dog, and even his shadow, and now his gran might be next. But when a mysterious girl named Cass starts appearing in his dreams and then shows up at his school, Finn learns she's here to help solve the mystery of his missing parents. Alongside her and his best friend Squid, Finn must venture into the nightmare world to battle goblins, ghosts, and zombies. However, to protect the people he loves most, Finn must face his greatest challenge yet, confronting his fears before they destroy him. Big thanks Bloomsbury for the finished copy. Squirrel doesn't know what the really beautiful thing is, but he's certain he must have it in this picture book out on the 2nd of January. To afford it, he sells everything. His cosy sofa, his fridge full of food, and even the home he shares with his friends. But when he finally gets it, he discovers it's actually a really useless thing. Left with nothing, he must rely on the friends he pushed away to help him find what truly matters. This thoughtful and beautifully illustrated story is a reminder to readers about valuing the things and the people that make life meaningful. Thanks Anderson Press for the finished copy. The Zombie Project by debut author Alice Nuttall, out on the 2nd of January, promises to offer a thrilling new spin on the zombie genre with a gripping environmental twist. In a post-apocalyptic world where bees are extinct, death flies have become the lifeline for growing food. But they need bodies to survive, and those bodies turn into zombies. Main character Marion understands the role zombies play in this new ecosystem, but others are afraid. So can one girl convince the world that they might be the key to saving the planet? Thanks Chicken House for the finished copy. Out on the 9th of January, Boing, a Bouncy Book of Bugs by best-selling poet James Carter and illustrator Neal Layton is a delightful bug-filled celebration. Packed with 24 poems in every shape and style imaginable, this book takes readers on a fun poetic journey through the world of bugs and mini-beasts. From grasshoppers and butterflies to moths, wasps and ladybirds, it's an exploration of creatures that crawl, fly and hop, and it includes the space-travelling tardigrades too. Each poem brings a fresh perspective on our tiny insect friends, and they're paired with playful illustrations and fascinating facts that will have readers buzzing with excitement. Thanks Otterberry Books for the finished copy. Guardians of the New Moon, Ming and Meow's Great Race, out on the 9th of January, is the start of an action-packed adventure series full of surprises and new friendships. Meow, a quiet cat who guards the temple, is perfectly happy with his calm mouse-catching life, until the Jade Emperor announces a huge race for all the creatures on Earth. Suddenly, Meow is caught up in the race of a lifetime, and it's made even crazier by Ming, a super energetic shapeshifter who won't stop talking. As they race through obstacles and face challenges, Meow and Ming must learn to team up, or they might lose everything. Thanks Little Tiger for the finished copy. Get ready for an exciting journey through the animal kingdom in Squeak Squawk Roar, a debut collection of poems out on the 9th of January. With over 50 poems in here, you'll meet all kinds of creatures, from albatrosses to wombats. So follow Dan, Jake, Meg and Ruby as they share their pets, including dogs, cats and rabbits. But there's one secret pet hidden in the poems. Will you be able to guess who it is? Packed with poems about everything from lazy lions to rare polar bears, this book promises to be one for animal lovers everywhere. Thanks Otterbury Books for the finished copy. In the Princess Swap out on the 9th of January, fairy tales get a fun and freaky twist. When 12-year-old Ella, stuck with a mean stepfamily, wakes up in a magical land, she can hardly believe it. But her excitement fades when she finds herself in the castle of a mysterious beast. Meanwhile, Belle is determined to save her family by winning a royal competition. But when she magically swaps places with Ella, she ends up with a pair of glass slippers and a demanding stepfamily of her own. Sound familiar? Can these two princesses work together to fix the mix-up and find their happily ever after? Thanks Puffin for the finished copy. Set in 1829, Wrong Tracks tells the story of Edward Entwistle, whose life changes forever when he lands a job at the Stephenson Steam Locomotive Manufactory, just in time for the thrilling Rainhill Trials, a race where inventors compete to create the best steam engine for the new Liverpool and Manchester Railway. But strange accidents keep happening, and Edward and his clever new friend Prudence soon discover that someone is actually sabotaging the Stephenson's precious premium engine. Together, they must identify the culprit and save the day in time for the big race. But will they be able to do so? Thanks Euan Publishing for the finished copy that's out on the 9th of January. Betty Steady is back in Betty Steady and the Queen's Orb out on the 16th of January. This time, Betty and her pals are off to the Turnip Festival in Upper Crust. And when Betty meets a fashionable forest sprite there called Misty Jamjar, she starts to wonder if her old friends are as cool as she thought. But then, the sprite persuades Betty to help her steal the legendary orb of Og from the Queen's vault, which can do awesome magic stuff like make her taller again. What could possibly go wrong? Apart from Betty accidentally becoming a giant? I'm really looking forward to this one, so thanks Farshaw for the finished copy. In the fourth and final book of the Travelling School Mysteries, a trip to Egypt quickly turns from excitement to suspense as Libby and her friends are thrown into a thrilling mystery, and it's the last one to solve. What begins as a dream adventure soon spirals into a dangerous sequence of events. Has a mummy's curse really been awakened? Or is someone deliberately trying to scare the students away? It looks like they'll need all their detective skills to dig up the truth and solve the mystery before things get even more out of hand. Thanks Pi Press for the finished copy that's out on the 16th of January. Murder for Two, the first book in the Tariq Twins mystery series out on the 16th of January, follows twins who are forced to spend the summer together despite being total opposites. Adventurous Arnie dreams of becoming a detective, while shy and quiet Riri prefers a peaceful life. When their dad is arrested as the prime suspect in a shocking murder, the twins must learn to put their differences aside. Along the way, they discover that family loyalty and the occasional bit of sibling rivalry are their best assets in trying to clear their dad's name. But with danger lurking at every turn, can they work together before time runs out? Thanks Piccadilly Press for the finished copy. A new year also brings a brand new series from author M.G. Leonard and illustrator Manuel Sambarak with time keys. It starts with the first book in the series out on the 30th of January called Hunt for the Golden Scarab, in which we meet Sim and his mum, who never stay in one place for long, until one night when everything changes. Sim discovers that his mum has a secret. She can open doors that lead to different moments in time. Now, on the run from a dangerous group known as the Council of Keys, Sim and his friends must solve the mystery of a golden heart scarab and find Nefertiti's hidden tomb in ancient Egypt before the council catches them. With plenty of twists, this promises to be a story you won't want to miss. Big thanks Macmillan for the finished copy. It's Meticulous, or Metty's 10th birthday in Inkbound out on the 30th of January, and she receives her fate, as all children do, in the form of a magical tattoo on her hand. Whilst many children receive exciting futures filled with adventure, Metty's tattoo shows a skull in a violet glove, and her fate seems much darker: to be a murderer. When Metti's father disappears under strange circumstances, her aunt, Magnificent, takes her to the magical city of New London. But when Metti hears whispers of a secret group called the Black Moths, she begins to suspect that they might be connected to her. Thanks HarperCollins for the finished copy. 3 13-year-olds are tied together by one big secret in People Like Stars by Patrice Lawrence, out on the 30th of January. Hatem, once taken from his mum as a baby, now finds himself constantly under a watchful eye. Stanley is curious about his forbidden grandmother, but his mum refuses to speak about her. And Sen, who has just found a place to stay, fears she'll be kicked out by a mysterious landlady if she steps out of line. But when their paths unexpectedly cross, they must face the truth behind their secrets and the bonds that connect them. Big thanks Scholastic for the finished copy. Pinch is excited to finally have spark magic in Pinch Perkins and the Nightmare Tree, the second book in this magical series, out on the 30th of January. But it's causing chaos, and when her parents get fed up with her, she starts to question if the magic is worth the trouble. But then Pinch starts having strange dreams about a mysterious tree with red leaves. And one night she finds herself trapped in an enchanted forest full of unicorns, ghosts and other strange creatures, held by a dark spirit bound to the tree. To escape, Pinch must embrace her magic and defeat the spirit, or the whole magical world could be at risk. Thanks Farshaw for the finished copy. Two unlikely friends, Squirrel and Duck, set off on a hilarious adventure with only their pet cactus, Mr. Spikes, for company in this funny illustrated book that's out on the 30th of January. When bulldozers threaten their home at the old theme park, they escape and overhear two bungling art thieves plotting to steal treasure. Squirrel sees it as a chance to strike it rich, quick, but Duck believes it's their duty to help. With some unhelpful woodland creatures and no way to get around, can they stop the thieves and save the day? Thanks Bloomsbury for the finished copy. The detention detectives return for a third adventure in Talent for Trouble, and this time it's personal. When a local teen disappears, the group soon realises it might be tied to their last case. But with Daniel's temper flaring at their main suspect, Jono distracted by the school talent show, and Lydia wrapped up in her own investigations, they're struggling to stay on track. Will they be able to rally the team and crack the case? Thanks Puffin for the finished copy that's out on the 30th of January. Lastly, We Are Like Birds, out on the 30th of January, follows 7-year-old Flor, who has already moved home 3 times and now her family is moving again. As she faces the challenges of leaving behind what's familiar to her, she begins to navigate the uncertainty of change and the excitement of discovering connections through new people and places. With stunning illustrations that beautifully capture her journey, this book highlights both the struggles and the triumphs that come with starting over, and is a story for any child who has ever felt out of place or worried about fitting in. Thanks Commercial Books for the finished copy. So these are the books I'm most excited about reading this month. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel below. As always, keep reading, and I'll see you in the next video.